Hi, my name's Mia Mills and I'm doing the podcast with Sam and Tom.
We're recording.
We're rolling.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Is that a woohoo?
Yeah.
Right.
It's exciting.
Oh, hello and welcome to another Talking to the Actor.
Yeah.
This is nice because we're with an actor who was the prototype for Talking to the Actor.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way back when we did One Watch, before me and Tom ran out of enjoying talking about things to watch, we did a special with you.
I know that was the first one though.
That's where
Okay.
everything from the pie in the intro to talking to the actor about their career came from that one we did with you.
Awesome.
Should introduce you. What's your name, actor?
Mia Mills, hey.
Hello. How are you, Mia?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. How was the pie?
Pie's good. I think there's still actually a bit in my nose. I'm not even kidding. Every time I sniff, I can smell it, and I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Right, I get to do it. Previously, so I don't want to go over old ground. So Mia, you kind of loved acting in the old school kind of avant-garde films of
Yes.
the 30s, 40s, 50s.
Yes.
Yeah, I listened.
That's my jam.
I listened to the podcast earlier today
You
to do my research. But you didn't have. Stop me if I say anything wrong. You didn't have the confidence to really put yourself out there in school. But
Yeah,
then you
hell
did,
no.
So you did art. But
Yeah.
then you decided, fuck it, I'm going to reinvent myself and go for it. You
Yeah.
did acting for TV
Yes.
and fell in love with acting
Yeah.
for a while.
Spot on for
Yeah.
a while. It's had its ups and downs, but on the whole, it's been good.
Yeah. So it was over 2 years ago when we recorded that podcast.
Wow.
I know. You've had many adventures. I know because we've stayed
Many.
in contact and kind of friends, and you send me many documentaries to watch that then leave me affected for days, weeks, months,
Sure.
or years.
Netflix. I've got them
Netflix,
all.
yeah, and give me all the theories.
Yeah.
So in this podcast, I'm going to ask you, or I'm going to talk about things that I know,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to do it in a vague way. There may be a fair bit of you wanting to say, I don't really want to talk about that.
Okay.
So that's absolutely fine. We haven't gone through a list of what to and not talk about, really. There's a couple of things, but apart from that,
Yeah,
so,
apart from that, everything's...
cool. We'll just,
Cool.
if I talk about, the burning down the orphanage, and you don't want to talk about burning down the orphanage, just say, I don't really want to talk about it.
At least let me phone my lawyer first before,
Yeah.
and then we'll
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
from there.
Well, avoid all charges. Any mention of any charges, sexual or otherwise.
Or otherwise.
Non-specifically. That's not a specific thing.
Yeah.
No, that's
No.
fine.
Oh, I don't
Right.
think she got your joke.
What?
No, it was an
No.
in-joke.
Oh.
Sexual reference. So I was
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think you got his humour.
Oh my god.
Oh,
don't.
yeah. Big smart. That's an in-joke.
Oh dear.
That's going to pop the three of us and no one else will ever know. Professionalism.
Oh,
Right.
good times.
How do you want to do you want to do it chronologically, in which case we start with working with us, or do you want to just
Yeah.
go random about what's been going on? How would you like to do your talking to the actor?
Chronologically is good.
Okay,
I like an order.
great. That means we start with Jason's, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Oh.
So long ago.
Yeah, so do you mind me talking about emailing your agent?
Yeah.
Spoiler, you have an agent now.
Yes.
Yes, you mind, or yes, I can talk about it.
Oh. I don't know what you're going to talk about.
So you wanted me to email your agent.
Oh, yeah, about the latest.
About
Yeah,
with
of
the
course.
contract and stuff.
Yeah.
One of the reasons is on various previous productions you've had some bad experiences.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
Very correct.
Is Jason Was a Pirate one of those bad experiences?
No.
Right.
No. And I will be honest with you guys, no, it was not a bad experience.
Okay.
It was challenging for me because
Yeah.
I've never done anything like that before, and I wasn't my best self. I wasn't very well. I'm like, whatever, I'm not going to milk it, but it was challenging for me, but I had a good time, and I
Cool.
wouldn't have done a film like that with anybody else.
Cool. Thank you.
That's the truth.
Cool. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. So one moment that haunted me. and
Haunted.
It haunted me and has led me to change my entire way of communicating with actors. Was you came up before we. Jason Is a Pirate is a friend of ours who dies. Jason. One day it will be out. It's a tribute to him. It's a big green screen project that just takes so long. You have watched the version though, and I remember you
Yeah,
watching the
it's
version.
awesome.
That's sick and really
It's
happy with it.
amazing,
And it's
yeah.
only got better since then, and it's still
Awesome.
getting there. You came up for Molly Limpets, which is a costume shop in Sheffield. Big shout out to them. They basically, for real discount,
They basically comped us the things, and we just had to clean them so that because we wanted to cover them in dust and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
so,
they were like the community in this area is really, really nice.
Yeah.
So we had you up for a costume fitting.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to do like a test. So because the idea of the film was you play all the roles,
all
in
the
various
personalities,
costumes, and talk along with this recording we've got, Jason's story.
Yes.
Somehow that wires got crossed or that got missed. I remember we set up the green screen, set up the cameras. It's like, okay, we'll start miming along to Jason, and he kind of freaked out about like what doing. I don't really understand this. I don't know what's happening here. And like, I just remember like, oh shit.
Oh shit. No, it wasn't any communication error. I think it was because it was a little bit improv-y, which terrifies me. Like, I'm so bad at improv. Even though I could hear what was going on, it was kind of, I still had to sort of, and that was, it freaked me out. Improv freaks me out.
Yeah, because I remember, because we only had like an hour or so and then you left. So there was time to like, okay, cool,
I remember that now,
And it seemed to leave on good terms, but then it was like, oh shit, like that wasn't a good reaction. I hope she's okay.
Oh no, and it wasn't anything. It wasn't anything that you guys did at all. It's me and.
Are you sure?
Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
No. Honestly, it's just I get so. I think it goes back to in school and stuff like that, like improv and doing things, and I just get scared of like not doing it right. But I guess you can't really do a film like that wrong, because it is what you hear, exactly as it's been said is what you're reacting to. There's nothing, but I still was a bit like, oh my god, like I don't want to fuck this up. I don't want it to be shit. I don't want it to be like, and I got really panicky. Yeah. It wasn't anything that you guys did.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Cool. You can totally say it's like the
No.
I reckon you're talking to the actor. I feel I didn't. When I read the message about it, I was like, I can see why she wouldn't have been expecting.
I think I couldn't see it coming together in that way. Maybe it was the greens. It was the whole setup that I was a bit like, oh wow, okay, this. I don't know what. Maybe I just didn't. I don't know what I was expecting for it, I guess. And then when it kind of all came together at one time, I was like, oh my god, shit. Yeah. I don't want to get this wrong.
That still haunts me, that reaction to do it. And then I remember you went back, you were really, really ill. You had agreed a shit ton of overtime, and I think your gran was down or visiting.
Yes.
So you were very worried about you had no time to learn any of the Jason lines and things. And I was one of the, I didn't probably know you as well as I do now. I was really worried about, is she going to cancel? And I remember saying, you'll be okay if you do it. Are you okay doing it? And you would like, I'm going to do it.
Oh yeah, I would never have cancelled it. No, never.
No, you didn't. It was amazing. You came up for 3 days.
Yeah, saw the room for the first time in those 3 days.
That was. Oh, let's talk about that.
What a gift!
Fuck, actually,
What a gift you gave me.
You fell in love with the room.
I fell in love
with it. So much we did an entire podcast later on that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we did.
We did. Yeah.
Damn, that was so long ago.
Do you know at that point Tom had never seen the room?
Yeah.
Something in like the last year, I made him sit down and watch all the room. He knew clips.
I tried, and I couldn't get through it on my own. Without a
group,
need
a support system behind you.
Without a group, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. You genuinely do it. You can't watch it on your own. I did when I got back. I watched it on my own, just for lols.
Yeah, I do sometimes.
Loved it.
And then you showed Tom because you were live responding to his reaction. Tom's partner.
He was so angry. He was like, "Why are you?" He had to go and take a break upstairs, shut the door. He was pissed. He was like, "Why are you showing me this?" And I was like, "Because there's a room." And he's like, "I don't want to see it. I don't want to see anymore." He's like, "It's terrible." It truly brought out a reaction in him. Yeah, I was loving it.
Like, you got a reaction of like, why is this person allowed to make money? Why is this for sale?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is it making so much money?
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you watched the room when you came up.
Yep.
And we did the Jason film, which involved a lot of different costumes.
Yes.
And we had 3 days. Mm-hmm. You were dying, I think, for all 3 days.
Yeah, I remember I was not well.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to get it out of the way now. You did amazing. Like, I think I've messaged you before. I'll always be grateful to you for doing that role. Cause
thank you.
Did Jason justice. And it was a really weird shoot because for the first time ever that I've known, Tom set up a camera without a microphone on. I've never known that mistake happen before. Ever. Yeah. That's like route one. We've never made that mistake. I remember spending inordinate amounts of time playing on my phone because I needed to take my mind out of it. And I think it's because it's a good friend. Yeah. And because we were very close to Jason. We'd finish editing sessions and go meet him. It affected me more than I thought. When I looked back, I was more affected filming it than I realised, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think that's a lot of the reason I was so panicky and nervous about it, because I knew what he meant to, like, obviously to you guys, but the whole community. Do you know what I mean? He was a big part of it, and I was like, am I the right person for it? Am I the right person to give this tribute? And I was panicking that I wasn't, and I was panicking a bit that you guys had made the wrong choice in me, because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do it justice. Is it going to be right? Is it going to be funny? Is it... I don't know. I got scared a bit that I wasn't the right choice for it, for him.
But I think we can safely say you were.
Thank you. Yeah. That means a lot.
Friend for life,
That's
nice.
Dude.
Yeah. I'm so grateful to you for that. Like,
no, that means a lot. Thank you.
You could probably spit in my face and I still be like, she did the Jason thing. She's allowed to spit.
Spit in your face.
Any memories from that shoot? Or stories or things to talk about? I know it's weird because you're talking to the people behind the shoot, but...
I'm trying to remember. It was so long ago. I don't know. I think the thing that struck me most was how much attention to detail you guys put in the signs and everything. There's all these little things. Like when I watched the rough cut of it, there was so many little things that I just happened to glance at and go, oh shit, you guys did that. That's awesome. Like everything, it was so detailed, and you guys did such a good job with how precise it was and to the monologue. Yeah. That's what I took from that. I remember it. The scene where... I can't remember the lines anymore, but it was like he goes to the ship and he's like, whoa, that's huge, like that. And the ship, and there's all these, like, you know, the guy running with the and there's all these things going on in it, and I was like, that's so, like, when you're doing it, you're just doing one thing, you can't see it all come together, and I'm sure you guys were the same. Yeah. Maybe you could to an extent, but but seeing it all together in like 3 different versions of me with doing different things, I was like, wow, that's pretty sick.
We knew fully what we needed you to do.
Yes.
We didn't know 100% how well it was going to work out.
Yeah.
Like, we'd planned it, and we looked through it, and we, like, storyboarded it, and we're like, right, we need a shot of you running to your left. We need one of you running to your right. And, like, we told you on the day, I think that might have been an awkward thing. In fact, I know it was an awkward thing for you at times. Because there's times it's like, well, we just want you to run on spot. Do I need to do it? No, we just need, like, 5 seconds of you running on spot. Okay?
Yeah.
Which way? Forward. Right, now turn to your left, do it again. Now turn the other way, do it again.
There's so many memories and stuff to that. Okay, I have 3 memory things to talk to. One is, and you were right to pull me on it, there were a few times where I'd say, oh, do this, and I wasn't really clear about what you, like, I was saying, like, oh, just stick your finger in your nose, and you're like, well, how do you mean? How does it look?
Yeah. But then again, I think that's because you guys could see it so clear. You knew what you were like, no, just do this because I know it's going to look perfect, because you can see exactly how it's supposed to be looking. But so I think sometimes I'm an actor where I, like, some things, like, I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, let me just run away with it. But some things I'm like, I need specifics. Like, I'm just very, like, I think I can either be one way or the other sometimes. And with that shoot, because again, I knew how personal it was to you guys, I wanted it to be
completely
dead on. Like, I didn't want you to go, oh yeah, whatever, that will do.
Yeah, I remember feeling very awkward having to mime Breaking Wind to show you how to mime Breaking Wind.
Yeah, and I've forgotten all of that, you know, all these little things. That's the scene at the end where they're all in the...
You're in the version and you...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do a big fart.
Yeah. I do remember that now.
But, like, saying, oh, you do, like, do it. And you're like, well, how do you want it to look? So, you know, just hold your tummy and then you're, can you show me, please? And, like, standing there and actually going, no, this is how you... And just being like, this is hard, actually.
But again, that's a fear. I think that's my fear of improv as well.
Fair.
I think that's what it is. That's me going, I don't want to risk it and do it and it not be right and funny. I would rather someone show me so I can copy that. I think that's a bit That's a bit of it as well for me. But yeah.
And we broke your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a bit of burnage.
Yeah.
I was okay though.
We, because of the way the shoot was, we decided to get all the messy stuff out of the way in one day. Because there's a lot of like foam sprays and pies being thrown at you in various ways and stuff. Much like your experience today. But I learned many lessons. I learned one is use wet wipes and a moist wipe for someone's face when they're getting messy. Yeah. If they're going to be repeatedly. Don't use paper towels rubbing the skin.
Yes.
The idea was we had one full day, and to get all the messiness out that way, so on the last day we could wrap as early as possible and get you home, because I think your grandmother was down.
She was down in Cov, yeah.
I remember you doing a video call with her wearing the moustache and stuff. So
oh yeah, she loved it. Yeah. She was invested.
But yeah, we broke your face.
Yeah, but again, that's one of the, I don't think it was anything. It was just because we did it so many times, so many takes. It was just I should have just left it on. But I was like scouring off my face. I think that's a lot of the reason that it kind of burned a little bit as well. Yeah. But I was fine.
You did forgive us. Thank you for forgiving us.
I was fine the next day. It was all good. It was all good.
Very. Yeah, with that film as well, you've watched it back and stuff. I feel like there was a lot of, you're a big fan of like the 20s, 30s, 40s cinema. There was a lot of that in there where it's saying the line but really throwing in the expression and the body language and I don't want to say like over the top because it's not over the top acting, but expressive kind of acting stuff. Did you at the time, was that something you were throwing in there, or because you found a lot? There was a lot. I remember you had a brilliant idea where you're university lecturing and you're flipping over and you're like, what if it says this here and then I do this and stuff. You see, at times you really seem to get into it and find your own groove and stuff.
No, I agree with that. Yeah, I think that just comes with confidence though, because I wasn't as afraid anymore to maybe play around with it a little bit. In the beginning, I was. I think it's just something I take a long time to get into things like that, maybe. But yeah, I think towards the end I was enjoying, like taking the characters out of the monologue, if that makes sense. Yeah. And giving them a bit more and just going, oh, okay, what if I do this, what if I do that? Which is nice, obviously, because you guys didn't mind me doing that. You weren't sort of like rigid about it, but yeah.
I remember spraying you a foam and then you saying, guys, I look like an adult film that like something dirty stuff. It's like, oh no, it's so early to be saying that. And then I remember, because there's one very like full-on spray you took and then you saying, like, I actually feel sorry for this character now. Like, she suffered enough. Like.
Yes.
And it's a bit weird, and that was the same kind of idea where you have to leave it on for another scene after.
Yeah.
The tears felt real.
Yeah. Was she the fundraiser?
Monsanto rep.
Yeah. Sick. It was a good film. I'm excited to see when it's all done.
Yeah, we've set this year as a target to have it wrapped and out because it's been going on a while. It's just got to fit round.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, so you did that shoot.
Yes.
I don't know if I broke the chronology or not because you mentioned improv. You did an improv film with us. Do you remember that? The interview. It was in the car with
Oh
Ruth.
my god! Yeah, of course.
I'm not sure if that was before or after Jason.
I think
after. No.
Is it just those two films we've done?
With me,
yeah.
Technically, not technically. We did the Stairs with you as well.
Oh yeah.
Which is much more recent.
Yeah. I think that might have been before.
I think it might have brought the chronology, and I think it might have been before.
Yeah, because I think that was before we did the last Actors podcast. Because that was when we were first setting up for On Set.
Yeah.
Which is a series that's in the background that
we will
eventually get to.
Yeah.
And that was like a little test thing that we wanted to do.
Like
the improv
thing. You're right. Yeah.
Because we met you for On Set.
Yeah.
I swear was it for a showreel? Am I making that up?
It was partly for her showreel. Yeah, it was like a showreel piece and also to practice improv and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember.
Because I remember, like, to me, improv seems like it should be easy. Like, difficult to get into the character headspace, but when you do, it should be natural. It's not. I totally get that it's not. It seemed to me
I feel like, and maybe it's just because the improv that I've grown up watching has always been that way, but I feel like I get scared of improv because there's an automatic assumption that it has to be funny. You can't. I've never watched improv or been in an improv class where it wasn't people trying for laughs, and that scares me. Like I can say funny things, but I wouldn't say I'm a funny person. Not like naturally kind of comedically inclined. I don't think, but I think that's why I get so nervous about improv as well, because I assume it's got to make everyone laugh.
Yeah.
So that kind of, but then me and is it Ruth?
Yeah.
Me and Ruth had a conversation about it, and she was like, "That's exactly the same reason I hate it."
Yeah.
So we kind of bonded over that a little bit.
And then you made your own sort of mini script.
Yeah.
You get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both said yes. Both. You kicked us out the room and went.
Yeah, we were like, no one can
develop it."
watch.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Don't want any.
Because we were both exactly the same. We were like, we hate improv, but we're gonna try it anyway. But yeah, it came out. I like that scene actually. It was a cute little scene.
It is between you and an actor called Ross Marshall, for my dad's favourite actor that I've worked with.
Oh wow!
He adores the interview. He watched it. He told me he's watched it about a dozen times because he thinks you're hilarious in it.
Oh, that's
and you
so
are part,
sweet.
Yeah.
There's a line, it's Ruth, where you like, I've read parts of the script, yeah. And like, Ruth's like, I'm sorry, parts? Because I've read bits, you know. Like, great, solid sex scene, by the way. That's going to come out great. And just like...
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like, you're very good in that.
Thank you.
You
No, that's
do that
so
character
sweet, yeah.
very, very well. That sort of... I don't know.
I
how you
love
describe that
Melissa. Like
character.
I want to play her so bad. This is why I'm rooting for on set. I know it's going to happen one day. I have good feelings, but I think it's just an amazing script. I said that to you before. I think it's awesome.
That laid back kind of this. Yeah.
She's just a bit of a joke, really. Like she doesn't take it seriously at all.
Yeah.
She's just there for jokes. You know, she's throwing apples around. This. She's supposed to be like, what is she supposed to be the AD?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's just not. She's just terrible.
Yeah.
But she's there more to make friends, I think, and kind of mess about and not take it as seriously, which is why the dynamic between her and... Who plays the director again? I can't remember her name.
Ruth.
No, the character's name.
Oh,
It's completely gone.
God.
Lauren.
Lauren.
Yes. That's why their dynamic is great.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, and Ross is a great actor as well, now you mention him.
Yeah, he came
He's
to a
so
reading and made everyone
funny.
laugh. didn't he?
He's so funny.
Yeah. I keep trying to get
Yeah.
him to do one of these, and like he kept like sort of one toe in, one toe out. And I was like, "Is it the pie, Ross? Do you just not want to get hit with a pie?" He goes, "Oh, I don't give a shit about that. He's just talking. I'm not sure."
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
Ross.
No,
he
he's
said
great.
like, "You buy me all day. It's just talking. Don't worry."
Pony all day.
Right. So that was us for a bit, and then you finished working. Oh, we did those two films together in whichever chronology.
Yeah.
Was there anything
And
between this
then-
and Do Something Jake, which I assume is fine to talk about?
Yeah, that's fine. I can't think. Don't actually think there was anything in between.
Because you'd been working on that when you came up to visit us and stuff.
Yeah.
Like when we did the on-set reading, we
Yeah.
bought fish, and you were telling me about Do Something Jake. Maybe you
Yeah.
filmed it by that point. I'm not sure.
I think we might have just wrapped on it.
Yeah.
It was like November 15. I think we finished on it.
So
So-
tell us about Do Something Jake.
It premiered, guys. We had a premiere.
Yeah.
In the Odeon.
Several premieres, didn't it?
Yeah. In the Odeon. We had a BBFC certificate and everything. When it came on screen, I was like, with my phone, I was like taking pictures, like, no one's going to believe me. But yeah, no, it was amazing. It was good to see it actually on the big screen. And there were, don't get me wrong, I think there are things about any film that you watch and go, oh, I should have done that, or I should have, you know. But I actually really enjoyed passively watching that film rather than investing in, oh my God, why is my hair like that in that scene? I was actually enjoying the story and things. Because again, I'd only been on set. I only did 9 days filming. It was like a 30-something day shoot. So a lot of it, I didn't see the set or anything like that. So it was awesome. Yeah, and there was really nice feedback for it as well. So that was cool. And then I went to London. First premiere was in Loughborough. Second one was in London. And there were like actually a few semi-known celebrities there. Love Island and Towie, and I was like, oh my God. Like, I mean, then it's not like A-list, but they're coming to my film.
Yeah.
Which was sick. I was like, holy crap. Gillian McKeith was there. Do we know Gillian McKeith?
Does she
You
do
Are What You
some
Eat?
sort of-
She's
Okay,
like a... Yeah. But she was cool. She was there. So yeah, no, it was awesome actually. It was really, really good. In a hotel in London. And then it went to... Oh, God, I can't remember the
America or
name.
somewhere, didn't it? Or...
It's going there. It's not
Going.
gone there yet. It's on its... Wow, they're trying to get... I think it's to do with the certification. I don't know whether I'm probably completely wrong saying it, but I think it's got to be done differently or separately in America.
Yeah.
Right.
Same for DVD release. You've got to do it all different and stuff. So I think they're working on that. And then hopefully DVD. They're still... Well, I mean, Netflix would be... If they could get it on there and stuff, that would be great. But yeah, hopefully then DVD. So you guys will have to see it.
We could talk about the filming of it, because you got to work with
Yeah.
stunt coordinator and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Because I don't think
it
we
was
talked
amazing.
about it on the last.
No, I don't think we
podcast,
did
so-
actually, did
yeah.
we?
So talk us through. Do something, Jake.
Well, when I applied for it, it was like a teeny tiny little paragraph on Star Now. It was really elusive and really strange. I was like, oh, okay, what's this? It was like feature film. And it was Tom that convinced me to apply. So I was like, oh, I don't know. And he's like, oh, just apply, like whatever. So I applied anyway. Months passed, I didn't hear anything. Like 3 months. And I was like, I forgot about it, I think. And then Caroline Spence, who wrote it and produced it, contacted me and was like, oh, do you still want to audition? I was like, yeah, like that'd be amazing. So then I had the audition with them, which went really well. And then they called me back, and that's when I met the other cast that were there. Jamie, who played Jake, had already been cast, who was there. And I was auditioning with Tom and Simon, who plays they play like the bad guys in it. And I don't know, it kind of all fell into place really well, I think. We just all meshed quite well. So then started filming it a month or so later. And like I said, I was only on it for 9 days, but yeah, I worked with a stunt coordinator for it, called Kevin Smith, who's awesome.
It's got to be Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Tom Dice like that.
I don't think he could do stunts.
He would.
Who's the Kevin Smith?
He's a film.
Kevin Smith.
Did like Clerks and stuff.
Clerks, James Bob Strike Back, Mallrats, Dogman.
Pretty much
Okay.
Tom's entire like role model.
The reason I
film.
make films.
Yeah.
It was material, I'm sorry.
And the other star was stunt coordinator Park Chan Wook.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I mean, it was just a really good shoot. It was the first feature film, or I don't want to use the word proper. It was the first film out of uni that I'd done that wasn't in the safety net and the bubble of uni, where nothing can be wrong. You're just kind of experimenting and stuff. So it was the first film I'd done, which was good because it was quite a chilled set, I guess. And Caroline wasn't precious about keeping the lines the same, and James was like, if you want to do it 5 different times, 5 different ways, you can. It was that was comforting to me. I didn't feel like it wasn't as scary, I guess. So that's why, and then it was a really, really good shoot, actually. I wrapped after 9 days, and then they carried on filming, and then 3 years it took, I think, to put together, about, which is a hell of a long time. I mean, I guess maybe that's normal. I don't know, but because again they were doing it with no money, it was completely
Super
no
low
budget.
That's pretty standard. Our first feature took 3 years to edit.
Yeah, damn.
Lightsabers.
Yeah.
6 months editing lightsabers. Stupid idea.
Never doing it again. Never doing lightsabers again.
Oh, really?
If we can afford to pay someone to like edit that bit for us, then no, I'd turn down a Star Wars unless they can be like one without lightsabers.
Oh no, I'd do a Star Wars. I'm not editing it. But I'd do a Star Wars. We can write one.
Do some jokes. So there's the premiere and stuff. I remember there was stuff to do with crowdfunding and things of that nature.
Yeah, they had to raise quite a bit because obviously the whole deal was it was no budget, and when they did a few interviews and I did a couple for them and like on radio in America to like promote it over there, and they a lot of people kind of go, oh, it's low budget, and I'm like, no, it's no budget. Like there was not a penny that went into it. So even when they had to pay for BBFC certificates and stuff like that, it was literally everybody's goodwill, I guess, and like not a penny of it came from anywhere other than, but it wasn't them, it wasn't us, it wasn't, which is why it was good when I watched it, because I watched it and I couldn't actually believe there was no money that went to it. It didn't look in any way, it was, yeah, they did really, really well. Really well. So then they raised the money for that, raised the money for DVDs and everything, and then now they're doing, I believe, another one for America. I think that's how it works.
Nice.
Then we'll see how it goes from there. But they got an honourable mention at the New Hollywood Film Directors Awards in America.
Nice.
Got an honourable mention for it, which was amazing. I was like, oh, it's so good. So yeah, hopefully it does well. It's quite quirky as well. It's got an American actor in it, Ed Bergold, who's so good. So yeah, hopefully it will be one of those little quirky things that people like in America. We'll see.
And you were really pleased with it. I remember.
Yeah.
So I remember. I think you weren't as enamoured with acting around the time of the premiere. Not because of that film, I just think in general. But I remember just messaging you, I think it was premiere day, just saying like, oh, you've earned this, enjoy seeing yourself on the screen kind of thing. Don't worry about anything else at the moment. And you messaged back like really happy with how it turned out. They did a great job kind of thing. Yeah,
it was so good to see. I was actually so chuffed with it. So like I said, the feedback was really good, which was lovely.
Yeah.
And I was genuinely I'm buzzed about it. So I'm just hoping it goes from strength to strength, and we'll see. So.
And this is where we get to the where I need to be vague, and then you need to say what's okay and not okay to talk about. So,
Tom leads in like, let's talk about this.
So, on the back of Do Something Jake.
Yes.
You've had a few projects.
Yeah.
Should we say it like that?
Yeah. That's fair.
Some have been more positive experiences than others.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't want to go any further than that. Just go as far as you're happy, and I will not. Or you can leave it there if you're like, I don't feel okay to.
The thing is, I wish I could. I feel like it's just. So I've done a few things, and there was one in particular. You guys know, obviously.
Yeah.
That was just I feel so bad. It was just one of the worst acting experiences I think I've ever had. Which is such a shame. But I don't know, I think it takes working on a really good set to know when someone's really shit, I guess.
I'm gonna listen trapped. Some of these I know are involved, some of these are not. So you could just say, is this okay if I say like some...
Okay.
We'll
see, yeah.
Racism, manipulative contracts, stuck without an endpoint.
Yeah.
Shoots that got cancelled, travel that failed to be covered, no food provided. Some of these traps have happened, some haven't.
Yeah.
But it's got to be. I know there was a point where you were very demoralised from this particular project.
I genuinely I remember I came to see you guys and we were sat in Costa. I remember distinctly.
Yes.
Chatting about it, and I was like, "Wow, what is going on? What is this?" I think it was one of those shoots, and it's no disrespect to anybody, because I think everybody has a dream and everybody wants to achieve their dream. No malicious intent involved or anything like that. They just want to, whatever. But I think it was one of those shoots that genuinely made me question why I chose to do acting. Sounds so extreme. I was like, oh my God. I think communication was a massive part of why it was bad. Or lack of.
Can we vaguely talk about emails?
Yes.
Yeah. So there was help with emails after our conversation.
Yes.
Trying to hint at getting people to let you away from this film.
I tried.
Yeah.
Failed.
It's still going on to this day, or it's finished now? Or do you know what I say? That's when
sort of finished. I couldn't tell you. I believed it was. It is not. I don't think.
Actually, So there's one big life development we've missed here, but can I tell me if I'm wrong on this? But I felt, I really hope it wasn't with us, before the Do Something Jake premiere, I think because that took so long from acting to come out, and because when there's no budget and everything's being funded on goodwill, sometimes it can feel a bit like, are they wanting to make a film or are they just wanting us to pay?
Yeah.
Before the premiere, I think you were a bit demoralised with acting.
Yes.
And I remember messaging you and you saying, I've not really been up to much. Well, I've not really anything, it's just working, which I thought was a crying shame because you know what a fan I am of your acting.
Yeah, thank you.
And then the Do Something Jake premiere really lifted you up.
It was like, I was so inspired by it, I think, again. Yeah.
And then one of these badder experiences, I think, knocked you back down a ways.
Definitely. Big time. And I keep thinking about it. I keep replaying things and going, oh man. I think I'm trying to take a lesson from it rather than letting it be just a really crap thing, I guess. I'm trying to be a bit more like, okay, well, I learned this, I learned that. And I definitely did learn. Cool. I learned that my agent is incredibly important for these things.
We forgot to mention you have an agent.
I got an agent, Yep.
I'm sure you can shout them. I'm sure they...
Shout out to Create Talent.
Yeah.
They're brilliant. And I remember, I think before I started doing a few of these not so great projects, whatever, I kind of had it in my head that I was like, well, if I find it on my own, maybe I'm saving my agent a job and I'm helping. And if I sort of sort it out myself, but...
Yeah, particularly as there was no payment for this.
Yeah, and there wasn't. I think I just kind of thought, oh, well, I'll do it myself and I'll be a bit more proactive about it and things. And I wish to God now, and I remember emailing my agent after it had kind of gone on a little bit long with this project, and it was running over. I mean, there's running over schedule and then there's running over schedule to the point where it's like
months.
Now I'm agreeing to a whole extra set of months that I don't know if I can do. And they were like, why didn't you talk to us about it then? Like, we could have...
It's what we're here for, I believe.
Yeah, which is so true. You know, they're there to...
And so, for the second podcast in a row, our audio recording device cut out. This time, not the battery, just filled with space. Yeah. But it's now clean and empty and fine. Mia's still here.
Hey, I'm gone.
You were just saying your agents are here for...
Yes, they're there. Even if it's not a job that they've set you up with, they study contracts for a living. They read this stuff. They know companies inside out better than I ever could. You know, and they've had probably more experience working with every kind of production company you can think of, TV film, short film, student film, whatever. That they are the people that I should go to for any kind of... It's almost like a little mini union, I guess, for me.
Yeah.
That's what they're there to do, and I wish that, like, now I know that that's what I can use them for as well. It's comforting, I guess, and I wish I'd done that for a lot more. And even though I know you guys are totally above board and legit and everything, I just wanted to get a dialogue with those guys going as well. You know, just to always have that communication there. Absolutely. I guess.
I'm going to cover that phone call, but before that, because you're talking, I don't know if it was recorded or not, or you're talking about the lesson, trying to learn lessons from it and just take it as lessons learned. Yeah. So one lesson I'd say to be learned is when you came up here last, and you said the name of one of the production companies that's not such a good experience. Yeah. Within 5 minutes, me and Tom were watching trailers and going,
and I'm just thinking to myself, why didn't I do that?
Yeah.
Why? It seems like such an obvious thing. It's like you Google it, you look it up. I just didn't. I don't know what it was.
It'd be the film equivalent of casting and acting without a show reel or a CV.
Or a headshot. You guys wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know, unless you knew them. Obviously, it's different, but you wouldn't ever go into something blind.
Yeah.
I guess, which seems silly. I don't know why I did that. But I've done that a few times.
Have you?
So a few times. I've just gone off the back of what somebody said and took it at face value that it's true.
Did you do that with us?
No.
No. Okay.
But I didn't need to, because I felt like there was a communication that was clear from the beginning. You were very... I swear in one of the original emails you sent me things you'd done before. It was always like, this is who we are, this is what we're about. There was no hiding of anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like some companies... I'm not that they're shady, but there's a little bit of a sort of... we're gonna leave that part out and show you this, I guess. Whereas you guys were like, this is everything we've done. Here, check it out. What can we do for you? What do you want to, it was just honest. It's honest communication from day one. I've always said that about you guys. I think you're very good at communicating, and you're very honest about and upfront about everything. So
sounds very good at communicating.
Everyone thinks it's always you, and I'll tell you why. It's because at some point I have to send my number or my address. So I always put, instead of putting my address, Sam writing, I just put Sam's address is, or Sam's phone number is. So people then think it's Tom.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So they go, I think I've been messaging Tom. And I was like, yeah, that was Tom.
Because we're always saying it's Sam and Tom. It doesn't matter which one of us writes it.
Yeah.
Like, we're so used to it. Even if I'm writing it, Sam's name goes first. It's Sam and Tom.
It does only because alphabetically.
I think that's what it is. Like, alphabetically, that feels right.
Yeah. But I never say Tom and Sam. I always say Sam and Tom. Yeah. It's weird, isn't
I
it?
have no problem Tom and Sam. I have absolutely, there's never been I chose my name first because first.
It's an ego trip for you. You wanted your name first.
I'm number one, damn it.
Oddly enough, doesn't work with Tom and Jerry.
No.
Short name.
No. I was never Jerry and Tom.
No. Short name has to go first. Short name, alphabetical. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Cool. So, a few things. One, way down the line, when these bad experiences are in the
distant memory,
will you come back?
What, here?
Yes.
Yeah.
And can we go through all this?
In
my intro and recording a podcast again, telling the stories.
I don't see why not.
When it's a distant memory.
Because there's some good stories, you guys know.
There are some amazing stories that I feel should be immortalised. Yeah. But not right now.
I just wish. But
no,
in the future, for sure.
Yeah. Do not get tempted now. One final thing, because you are very... When you go into something, you go full in, as like with Jason's and stuff, you were ill, there were all these reasons why anything less than fully commitment you would have withdrawn. Understandably you didn't. With some of these bad productions, you've gone full in, and you're worried that in doing so, if the end product is poor, that may reflect badly on you.
Yeah, for sure, that's a fear.
I would say it is, if they're unable in their end products to show your talent, which Tom and I, clueless as we are, have been able to showcase in several films, then that is a failure of them, not you. And your career will not be, I'm going to make this prediction now, your career will not be ruined by this film or films.
And I like to think one day I'll be able to look back and go, oh, those few things that I did that didn't work, oh, whatever.
Oh, you'll piss yourself laughing.
It was jokes. We'll watch it together one day and it will be laughs. But I think just because it was and I think it was you that made a really good point, Sam, when you said you've had an amazing high doing some great projects, and now you've done a few that aren't so good. They just feel it hits more, it hurts more because that makes sense. But then again, it's got to be a learning curve, hasn't it? And nothing can go amazingly all the time.
But if the lower zigzag is these experiences and the top end of the zigzag is film premieres and Gillian Keefe, you're on the right track.
Yeah, for sure. So one day we'll get into it more.
Yeah.
Promise.
Awesome. That is committed. So as long as you've listened back to this and you're okay with what's been
contract.
said, it goes off. That is a contract. We have a verbal agreement. So you rang me. I remember getting a text from you like, can I ring you in a bit?
And I realised when I texted, I was like, oh my god, he's going to think I'm bailing on flicks or something. Did you think that?
Well, I fucking hate when people say, can I ring you, and don't tell me why.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to put it on a text. It was such a long explanation as to why I needed it. I was like, oh, it'd be easier to just ring. But then I texted and I was like, oh, I bet that sounds really bad. I believe
my first reply was, is it something I should worry about?
Yeah.
And then you were like, no. But it would be like imagine if your sibling or your parent texts you saying, can I ring you? Your instant reaction is to assume, or mine is to assume the worst.
Yeah, maybe my mum and dad will do it all the time to me though. They're like, oh, can I ring? It's easy. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. But it's just because we're lazy texters.
Okay.
No, I understand.
So it always comes from a place,
You never asked me to ring you.
I'll just ring you if I need to ring
you. But yeah, so scared the shit out of me. Then he said it was fine, and it was... I felt like maybe you felt a little awkward asking, but it was like, look... I did feel bad. I got the impression.
Yeah, I did feel... Not bad, but I felt a bit like, is this weird that I'm asking you? But then I think I need to kind of accept now that I'm working with production companies, I have an agent, and this is how it works.
Yeah, so
because I haven't done it for so long.
To explain,
yeah,
the phone
context.
call was you rang and kind of awkwardly, almost apologetically, asked me if I didn't mind possibly helping draft a message to your agency, Create Talent.
Yes, Create Talent.
Cree is in CRE8 and then Talent.
CRE8, yes.
I believe the other 3 actors in the project all said, I've gone, oh, Mia's got a good agent. Oh, maybe she can get us in with them.
Oh,
so
really?
you may get asked
Okay.
to pass on details and CVs. You may be the belle of the ball when we film it because the other 3 we want her agency. Anyway, you wanted me to you wanted a contract, committing dates, because that's another lesson is have an
end point. Jeez.
Yeah, have an agreement.
Yes.
Which completely makes sense to me, because if you agree X number of days and a film goes over, over budget for like a Hollywood film or over shooting date means these actors have been able to demand more money because it's more time than they've agreed to give, and you perhaps have signed things that didn't have that end date before.
Yeah, and then I think that is a problem. It's not even sort of money wise. I get why, but it's almost like you're agreeing to overtime that you don't have. The thing is, I'm not going to even pretend that I'm like ridiculously busy with all these acting film projects, but I did have things coming up. I have you guys and my grandma and stuff like that, and I was like, I need to know. I think it's always good to give actors an end point, and then if you need to go over, you can, but it's not just like, oh, we'll let you guys know when we're done. I'm like, yeah, but we need to know too. So yeah, that was important, and that's something that my agent said as well. Make sure that you know, because otherwise it can just keep going.
Yeah. So you wanted us to come up with a contract in the agency, which we did.
Yeah.
They signed off on the contract, so
they're happy with it. Yeah.
So that's a lesson you've learned and are doing.
Yeah.
And then from that we can go to like the best shoot you've ever done, which is the
Death's Dominion.
Yeah, because we go from lows to highs with you.
It was awesome. Filmed it last week. Still don't actually know how much I can talk about it. I haven't signed any sort of NDAs or anything like that, but I know we weren't allowed to do photos and stuff. So.
Yeah, just talking general.
I mean, I won't give away any of the plot, anything like that. But filmed it in Bournemouth, and genuinely like the best crew I've ever worked with in my life. They were absolutely sick. Other than you guys. They were absolutely
I would
sick.
take second. Take third.
I take acceptable.
We're in top 5, right?
Yeah, obviously. They were absolutely sick.
Top 3?
Top 20? No, I'm joking. I'm only joking. No, they were amazing. The director, shout out to Daniel Fox, is his name, was wicked and very big on rehearsals, very good at just good communicating with people. I feel like it was a shoot where every single person, I said this to you before, every single person had a place and they had a job and they did it amazingly well. There was not a single person that just needed to do something because it needed doing. There was always a person that could do that and could do it amazingly. So I felt like I was in such good hands, and every single shot, it was being shot on, I don't know the name of the camera, but it was a beast. It took 3 people to carry it. They shot James Bond Skyfall on the same camera, so a proper movie camera. And
I guess I'd say an Alexa.
Alexa
sounds
rings a bell.
That tends to be a big shoot.
It was
thing.
freaking huge. They had a monitor on top of it and everything. And every single shot, even though it wasn't, because I've been on shoots before where it's literally just, okay, stay still, we're going to reverse it 5 seconds and go, and it's a very quick turnaround time. Whereas this, it was like minimum 45 minutes to set up per shot. So it took hours sometimes to reverse the scene and get it right. And the DOP, she was absolutely wicked, but it was like she was so precise about everything that she wanted. And you had the AD that was trying to keep everyone on schedule and stuff, and everyone worked, but they were an amazing team. They all worked so well together, but they didn't compromise on anything. Everything was exactly spot on. There was nothing that was rushed, and they ended early every day. I mean, I got home earlier. The director stayed quite late. I think he got home to 2 a.m. and stuff like that. But they didn't compromise it. There was nothing that was, oh yeah, whatever, we haven't got time, let's just do it. It was like, no, this has got to be spot on, and it looks gorgeous. Like the way it's filmed looks amazing. So yeah, I think it was an amazing shoot. I'm very lucky to have been on it. I'm so excited to see it. I'm so
probably are better than us. Well, I'll take two.
Yeah.
Take two.
No, it's gonna be sick. So we'll see.
Yeah, we made it to the top 5.
Yeah.
So. yeah, and that's
exciting.
very positive about that. You
It was
sent me
just
some
so
lovely
interesting.
texts,
Yeah.
about feeling good about acting again. You
Yeah.
deliberately used the word companies, and I was like, I think we're included in that. And then you were like, don't be stupid, of course you are.
Yeah, obviously, of course you guys are. It was brilliant, and I learned so much. Like in the turnaround times, obviously you've got like, I mean, it took sometimes a couple of hours to set up the scene, and even to the point, like I can obviously you can't see it on the podcast, but let me just quickly load a picture. We're filming like we're filming in Upton House. See Exhibit
Cool.
A, which is like it's massive. So you go.
No, I just want to make sure you don't spoil or anything.
Oh no, I won't. Don't worry.
Plus, you should get on podcast. Imagine a massive manor house.
Yes.
Like,
Huge,
imagine
beautiful.
like the X Academy, like the X-Men Academy.
Yeah.
Like type building.
Yeah.
Charles Xavier School for Mutants.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
It has another name as well, but I can't remember.
I believe X Academy is like 2 reality TV programs about singing or something mashed together.
Potentially. Simon Cowell will be at the root of it somewhere.
Yeah.
But they hired it out for like 2 days, and they had there was a basement bit which is very old, like all the old brickwork and fireplace is still there. It looks amazing. And we were filming like 2 floors down, and the DOP was so like on it with her lighting that she put a light that was just going to shine through one window into another just to get a slight extra bit of moodiness in the lighting. And it's things like that that just add so much to it. It's everything. I mean, it might take like an extra 45 minutes to do, but it looks so good when you do it. And that's what I mean when I say don't compromise on it. You know, if you want it to look a certain way and you have the facilities to do it, then do it. It all adds to it. And it looks kind of, the way it's shot reminds me a bit of Sherlock, that kind of, you know, very like wide shots and a lot. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm very excited for it. So yeah, it was awesome. Everything was done for a very specific reason as well. And the AD, shout out to the AD as well, Julius. He was fantastic. He was so on schedule with everything.
You messaged me your admiration for this AD and how like the
brilliant.
director was like, oh, I just want to get this. Well, you've already got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just want to get one more. Well, you can get that, but then you can't get this.
But then you can't get this. Yeah, it was like they'd be all setting up and everything, and then someone would say, okay, well, how much time have we got? And he's like, minus 10 minutes. Like, get on it kind of thing. But in keeping everybody above, you know, really on it like that, it meant that the last hour when they were all done, you could get these little pickup shots that, you know. So yeah, amazing. Really, really good shoot.
And you learned loads.
Learned loads.
Yeah.
Genuinely, like, the little thing, you know, I mean, you know in big shoots where they're like, well, just any shoot where they're like, okay, so speed, camera, da-da-da, all these little things I just kept asking. I was like, what does that mean? And he was like, oh, speed means it's like the back in the day when the
audio
it didn't sink in and stuff like that. Yeah, and it's like frames per second. I was like, what does turnover mean? And he was like, oh, it's just a way of basically saying camera, sound, are you ready at the same time? And they both say yes. It just shortens what I got to say. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, how come you don't say cut? And he's like, I don't say cut, I say action. And I'm like, oh, cool. I was just so interested in it. But yeah, it was great. It was really good.
I always think about this, like actors like Ben Affleck or Clint Eastwood, actors who go on to be directors, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's the amount of crews they've worked with and directors they've stood behind, just absorbing and seeing how different films are done. That like when they transition, they must have all these different experiences to be able to pull and go, okay, this works.
Genuinely, and I have such admiration for the crew. They were there at 7, maybe even earlier than 7, every morning. And I was like, you guys are doing like 16, 18 hour days massive admiration. I was doing 8 and I was like, oh god, I'm knackered. I don't know. I just think that's from having such a clear vision and everyone being so in sync that you're like, this is how we're going to do it. So yeah, it was really, really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that takes us up to everything you've done.
Think so.
In the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Anything in the pipeline?
Flicks.
Yeah.
Dinner at Flicks.
Yeah.
Very excited. Are we
Working
talking about
title.
that?
Yeah, you can talk about
Okay,
that.
cool.
I mean,
Very
if
excited.
nothing else comes with it, then this can be the tragic ending
Yeah.
that I listen to when I drink whiskey.
For people that listen to these and actually follow us on Facebook as well, that would be Dinner at Flicks would be the second feature film.
Woohoo.
So we just never put a name on.
That's working title dinner.
Yeah.
It's the second feature film we've done. About 7 years since the last one.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Very excited for
Yeah.
it. Very, very looking forward to it. I remember when you sent me the script,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I genuinely felt like I was studying it for an English project. I was like, write this down. This is so interesting. Like I sent you a text. It was so long. I was just like, but I was fascinated. I really loved the story. Love the story. I don't want to reveal too much about it, but it's going to be a pretty. I can see it. Like I can see it coming together. So I'm just super excited to start filming. So that's going to be in a couple of months, hopefully.
Yeah. We made you audition. You did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, which is good.
Yeah.
I think anyone should have to audition for everything. Definitely. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Made you audition, and he sent a really good audition, and came together. And we were like, she's done a really good audition. I think we need to offer her the role. You agreed. To do the role. You accepted the role. I completely forgot I'd offered someone else the role before we'd started auditioning.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Then they got in touch about it, and I was like,
What were you talking about this for?
Oh shoot.
we're not going to name names.
No, like, not naming
I'm
names.
going to
but-
apologise to this person
Yeah.
if they're listening though, because they deserved better.
Yeah.
It just came down to you did an audition that knocked it out of the park, and I was like,
Oh wow, I didn't know.
I can't not see her as the role now.
Damn.
I said sorry a lot.
Yeah.
This person seems okay with it, but
Yeah.
I burn a bridge then. I'm sorry to that person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Stupid idiot being too good. What you doing, Mia?
Yeah.
Oh well, but I said no. I didn't mean like oh wow.
My role now.
I just I don't really know how to follow it. Yeah, I feel bad.
No,
Well,
don't.
that
Just be
was-
good.
So I'll put the offer.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
We didn't necessarily mean to offer the role, but we just sort of ended up offering the
Oh,
role.
you get carried away
Yeah,
with things.
I
It's
know.
less, you know, we're talking about lessons learned and stuff. It's lesson learned is always make people audition. And I've told myself that for ages, and then I just didn't for once.
Mm.
And it just was a mess in my own creation. So I had to.
I feel like a
Hands
lot
up.
of with film and making films and stuff, you've kind of got to make the mistakes to learn from them. I don't
Yeah,
really see
yeah.
any other way because no one's going to tell you that's a mistake until you've done it. It's one of those things you just
Yeah.
got to do and go,
Yeah.
oh fuck, I
Unless
can't
you're
do that
really
again.
lucky and manage to just get a job straight into it, and then someone else can teach you.
Yeah, but I
even then
mean,
they'll have made the
Yeah.
mistake.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things you got to just make the mistake,
Yeah.
I guess, learn from it, whatever.
If you'd like to, between now and Dinner at Flicks, just do some sort of poorly crafted film, that would be great. Just so,
Crafted film.
well, just so
What?
you could be on less of a high of working with this insanely efficient,
Oh
well-managed
no!
50-man
Honestly,
group
I'm
before
so
working
excited to work
Tom
with you
and I.
guys. I'm so excited to work with you guys, and I know how you guys work, and I know that you're a good team. You guys know you're a good team, but you're not like.
We do alright.
Sam just boots and a wink by the looks of it.
It was a click wink.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no, this is why I'm excited to work with you guys. And I know that this is not, I mean, 7 years since your last feature, this is something that you guys have obviously been working on. It's not something you're rushing for the sake of it. That you know how you want it now, and you've got everything that you need for it, and a good cast by the sounds of it, cast that you know, was popular audition, everyone. So.
Yeah.
And that shows a lot about your script as well, so Yeah, I'm very excited to work on it.
Awesome. Right, I think we can leave it there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Mia, thank you for
Thank you.
doing a second podcast with us, technically, talking about your acting and stuff.
I'm sure there'll be a third.
Yeah.
Better be.
There will be. There will be.
There'll be one somewhere or another.
There are stories to tell.
Whether it's more stories to tell, or
There's always stories to tell.
the documentary of the disaster of flicks, or whatever other reason.
That's a Netflix
Or
documentary
on a
right now.
witness stand.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks, guys.
Right.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Thank you for listening. We're always weak on these endings. I need to come up with a
Bye.
ending. Bye.
Bye.